question.
I have a question. Hey Sam, so you spoke about having a more streamlined process in terms of gathering data among the e-board and sharing to everyone. What ways specifically would you be able to use Google Drive to make sure we're all on the same page with like things we're doing?
Can you repeat that last part? I'm sorry.
So what things specifically with the Google Drive could you be using to make sure that we're all essentially on the same page as an e-board?
So during like our initial meetings, I'd make it so that our drives are firstly like organized, because I know mine was originally a mess and I had to put everything into folders. So I'd make it so that we had a shared NESB chapter exec board drive, and from there we each had our own little folder in there of like what we were working on, so people could check in and see what we're doing. We already have everything shared amongst everyone else. And in addition, like if for some reason we're not available to talk or we're not able to like share information right away, they know where to look for it as like a first initial point. And if they have more questions, they can then follow up with you and contacting you.
Cool, thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Another question. What would you change, if anything at all, what would you change about the note-taking process from executive board meetings? And then how would you go about making sure that everyone has access to those notes, or how they're presented in a way to make sure that people will actually read them?
Okay, so first off, with the sharing information, I'd have, I guess, an initial workshop of like, oh, this is how we're all going to organize our drive so that we know where this is. So it'll be a folder, it'll be shared with everyone in like one location so that they can easily get to it. And then with the note-taking process, I know currently the notes aren't very much on par because I've been calling in. I think that they will need more. I think they should have more information, and I will need to take better note of like locations and times, and more likely follow up with like specific people if I miss something, as opposed to just kind of like filling it in if I get it. And if it's not necessarily like finalized in the works, I should follow, or I will need to follow up with that person later once it has been finalized, just so that it can be in those notes and someone can refer back to them later.
Great, thank you very much.
Sorry. Okay, so Sam, so the question that I have for you is, I know there was like a little issue with the calendar and like how much access all of us had. So I guess like what is some way that you would improve that, and then how would you utilize, I guess, keeping track of other orgs' events as well?
I guess with the calendar, like I've had better practice with it now. I wasn't originally very used to using that, so I've had better practice. I guess I would just need, or I would look towards finding where that sort of information is shared, or maybe contacting other secretaries. That way we can have everyone's events on like a very similar calendar that can be shared with like the chapter or the group. And it has that like multi-org collaboration. That way we stay informed with like our community as NESB, but also our multicultural community.
Thank you, Sam.
Sam, I have a specific question for you. I know sometimes co-ops are like, you go off and on, back and forth. Will you be here all next year?
Yes, I will be there all next year. Okay. So that will definitely help.
Great. Does anyone have any other questions? All right, my bad, Sam. I guess this is kind of a tricky one because I wouldn't know how to answer this myself. But, as secretary, it seems like your roles can be limited to just the e-board. How would you make sure that next year you're able to connect with the general body, whether it's through in person or through the use of your duties?
honestly, because I'm in charge of the sign-ins and everything, regardless of whether, like, what membership implements, I think that it would be a good role for possibly the secretary to take on in creating those membership engagement surveys, or at least collaborating with membership. That way we can have those and get opinions. Also, I would want, and I do want to interact with people in person. So I'll just need to step up to strange people, not strange people, but strangers, and start talking to them. Maybe freak them out, but like not completely, because I'm a normal person.
Thank you very much. That was
All right.
fire.
That's all the time I have. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Do you want to stay on the call to like listen in, or I guess